A new month is here, and I figured we would get underway. I am MegamanNG, and this is my monthly channel update for the month of March 2019. Today's title, Momentum on Shaky Ground. And yeah, my momentum on the channel is a bit shaky at best. Why is that? Pretty simple. Since I did finish Kingdom Hearts 3, I guess people have since moved on. Not that I blame anybody, because yeah, my channel has been devoted to Kingdom Hearts for many years. You have seen me play every single Kingdom Hearts game up to this point, and I will admit, I wasn't disappointed one bit, because I couldn't be any more happier than I am. But either way, I keep saying but all the time. I mean, I'm running out of things to say, but this is what I get when I try to find the right words, only to fail at it really miserably. So, let us begin with a February in review, and there was a lot that we did. Like I mentioned already, we finished Kingdom Hearts 3, which consisted of a lot of post-game stuff. The reason why I did it is to show everyone what it is, because it's been like this for me for a very, very long time. And let's face it, I really wanted to leave no stone unturned, cover everything there is, so that way you would know what to do and you could be able to figure things out. Pretty simple and pretty obvious, and it helped. In addition to that, oh, and before I continue with this, yes, the 2 extra videos that I have planned for Kingdom Hearts 3 are coming. They will be, I promise. It's just that I need a bit of time to get it ready. The parts where I have to show off every single Keyblade, every single shot lock, every single form change, as well as every single different limit form, yeah, they're all going to be coming in. And I promise you this, it's going to be split into 4 separate categories. First is going to be the Keyblades with their various form changes. And once the form change is done, then I move on to a shot lock, which shows off every single shot lock, different shot lock combination that you get with every Keyblade. And depending on the Keyblade in question, there are pretty much more than one shot lock combination. And I mean, there is like, sometimes some Keyblades can have up to 3 different shot lock combinations. I'm not kidding. 3 combinations, that's saying a lot. So, and the other video that I have, which is pretty much my thoughts on a possible, like, what if with the DLC for Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming as well. I will be explaining that in a bit. And the next thing that's also that I've done is the classic mode for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. All of it is finished. I just have to upload the remaining episodes. And as of now, we've completed all the classic runs up until Simon Belmont. There are only 5 left, which means that the classic mode runs are going to come to an end on Tuesday. And when that happens, yeah, that means Smash Ultimate will go down for a while, unless you guys want to see me, like, show off online battles, maybe. If you guys want, I can do that. Just tell me, and I will see what I can do. There's also Jump Force, and let me say right here, I only did the story mode for Jump Force because I thought you guys voted for this, you guys wanted me to do this, and you got your wish. How do I feel about the game? The game is a disappointment. I feel the game was overhyped. It was hyped to an extreme, only to find that the game was a massive disappointment. I already reviewed the game and it's posted on my blog. So if you want to hear what I think of it, you can find it there. I already traded the game in. I don't plan on going back to it, unless the game ends up being lower priced, then maybe. Maybe, just maybe. I do know that there's going to be DLC characters. Kaiba's coming in, which is good for those that like it. And yeah, I've traded it in and I put money towards something else. Mortal Kombat 11. And before anybody asks, yes, I am going to be doing it as a Twitch exclusive playthrough. Why? 2 words. Age restrict. I'll explain why. And the reason being is because when I did my videos on Mortal Kombat X, many of my videos were deemed unsafe for advertisers. When clearly before they were. But due to YouTube's changing policies, yeah, it sucks. One of them even got confirmed by manual review, but it was released. So if I were to do Mortal Kombat 11, every single video I would upload would not only get with the yellow dollar icon, but in some cases it would be age restricted, because the game's very violent. And with how YouTube is right now, I didn't want to take chances. I really don't. So therefore, I've decided that I am going to be doing it on Twitch. Yeah, sorry for the interruption, but I wanted to get it out of the way. So yeah, I traded it in from MK11, and I also got an eShop card so I can pre-purchase Final Fantasy VII. Yes, I already got I have FF7 pre-purchase, and I already got FF9. I'm going to have a video talking about my memories with Final Fantasy. I'm just going to say it right here, right now. It's not going to be a pretty one. It's going to be a long one. So it'll be based on my memories of it. Nothing more, nothing less. And you guys saw the return of Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. I've already beaten the main game, did most of the post-game. I'm going to do what I can to grind, because I have to prepare for the last bit of challenge there is to pretty much beat the gym leaders repeatedly and beat the Elite Four repeatedly, so that way I can prep up for the final battle against Red. That's right, Red. Red is the last opponent I gotta do, and once Red is beat, I'm done. And yeah, it's gonna end at 26 parts, so hope you guys look forward to it. And if you want to know what to come for March, you guys know that Let's Go Eevee is going to come to a close. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate will come to a close. I should also mention that I'm doing Deltarune, which I have to work. I think tomorrow and Sunday I will be working on more Deltarune, and you guys will hopefully see the rest of it. Devil May Cry 5 is starting next week, as well as the Ace Attorney Trilogy. I did a poll on my community tab mentioning that if you guys want me to do the Ace Attorney Trilogy one last time. Because let's be honest, I've done Ace Attorney on this channel so much that it makes me sick. It makes me sick to my stomach because before, when YouTube was a different place, people always considered me the go-to guy when it came to Ace Attorney content. Not anymore now. There are other people who can do a better job of it than I could. I still feel bad over what happened with Spirit of Justice. But that's what I get for having like a really lame laptop. Nowadays, I can be able to make like a dual screen Ace Attorney 6 no problem. And the fact that we're going to be getting it on the Switch of all things, not to mention on PS4 and Xbox One, that says a lot. And if you want to know, I've already ordered an imported copy, the Japanese version of Ace Attorney Trilogy, aka Gyakuten Saiban 1, 2, 3, or as in Japan, Ich ni San. Naruhodo. Yeah, I do know some Japanese, but not a lot. You kind of hear me when I did the old 1, 2, 3, 4 visit zip thing in Kingdom Hearts 2. There is also a game that I may not skip, and that game is Yoshi's Crafted World. And the thing is, I'll explain. My reasons for this is that my finances are rather meh. And yeah, the reason being is that I don't get paid much on YouTube. And I have to sometimes make very tough decisions when it comes to my spending habits. So I decided since last month that I would pretty much be saving money every month because I want to get a new gaming laptop so that way I can be able to take my streaming, take my recording, everything to the next level. I want to upgrade. I want to upgrade so I can get better, so I can get stronger, so I can get work done much faster. And I found a gaming laptop that would help me. But if there's one better, feel free to tell me. Because I want at least one that not only lets me record, but also lets me stream without having to resort to like built-in capture software. So yeah, I believe that Yoshi's Crafted World may be skipped. And the reason being is due to finances, because like I said, I don't make that much money. I try my hardest to tell people to go to my Patreon and like and support me. But alas, it's hard as it is. It really is. What can you do? Which I'll explain that, yeah, it may be skipped. And if you're expecting me to do it, please don't get angry at me. I really mean it. Don't get angry at me because, like I said, I'm just one guy who can only do a lot. And why do you think that I'm stuck? That the only thing I'm limited with is a 9-year-old iMac and a laptop that's almost 2 years old. And thankfully, I've been taking care of this laptop for 2 years. And if you want to know, it's helped me out a lot. If I had like a newer laptop, that main laptop would be used for business and I wouldn't need this Mac anymore. So that's the reason why I'm saving up money for it. And I always tell people that if you want to chip in and help out for the fundraiser, you may. It's not mandatory, it's optional. I'm putting money aside so that way you guys know that I'm actually putting my effort into it and not having to take advantage of everybody else. There is the fact that I will be doing a Patreon V2 video. I gotta upgrade that video. I gotta make a version 2. Hopefully that I could convince people maybe to support me on Patreon. It won't be easy, but It's not like I'm gonna like magically get like 100 people to support me right then and there. It's not gonna work like that. It just isn't. But it's only there for those that would consider. It's not mandatory, like I said, but be on the lookout for it when it does happen. So anyway, yeah, you guys know that there's going to be more Rise of the TMNT reviews on Saturday, so expect those. And Sunday is the Ace Attorney anime reviews, and right now, we're now at the Bridge to the Turnabout story, which means it's fitting, too, because I'm going to be doing Ace Attorney again, this time on HD on the Switch. Very fitting. As for the talk about the stuff that I have planned with regarding Kingdom Hearts 3, the talk about DLC is coming, so I ask that you be patient, as well as plans for a special video. This is something that's been bugging me, but thing is, I want to try a little experiment. It may not work, but the reason is that, and you can consider it a pretty selfish reason, that I may plan on having it on Patreon first, though one of the videos will not be on YouTube. And the reason being is that if I did post it on YouTube and express my feelings on this whole situation that had happened recently, my video would either probably be demonetized, age restricted, or taken down. And I don't want to take chances. I truthfully do not want to. So, it's a tough decision that I gotta make, one that's not easy. It really isn't. It just isn't, period. So, I may try this experiment, and if the experiment works, expect more videos like this coming on Patreon first, then on YouTube. It's my way of doing it two ways, to help get more people into it, and hopefully once I get enough, then I can just at least try it this way. But if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and that's it. As I mentioned already, my gaming laptop fundraiser is still going. I have now $200 saved up. Links in the description if anyone is interested in helping. If anyone would like to help, the link's down there. So, you just gotta click there, chip in, that's it. And I will mention that if you do that, you will get a shout out from me at the end of my update videos. I'm not kidding, you will get a shout out. I promise. And speaking of the Ace Attorney Trilogy, the Switch version, yeah, about that, I did order it on eBay, but I gotta wait a while for it. So when it does come, expect it to start immediately. And every single part of the Ace Attorney Trilogy will be premieres. I'm not kidding. Because they're just pretty much, I just think of them as like episodes of a TV show. So you can think of how you will. But the most important thing is that doing it on the Switch will not be an easy thing. It will not have commentary because why would it? But I will do it in a way that I don't go too fast on the game. And it's for those that prefer to take their time reading everything. I want it to mean something and I want it to actually at least be worth it. So yeah, it cost me around $50. And the reason being was due to euro to US dollar conversion. About $2-3 difference. I would have actually gone for like a different method to have it in much faster, but no, it would be around $66 US dollars. I mean, seriously? That's crazy. But hey, I tried. And yes, now we move on to donation shoutouts. Yes, the same guy who donated last month also donated this month, so he gets a shout out from me. And if you want to, and one of these days I will do a shout out video for him because he is a YouTuber like me, and he's actually growing an audience, and I'm hoping that he continues to grow. I just figured I would get him a boost if he wanted, but I don't want people to think of it as a way that I would be selfish, that I would be like trying to show love and interest to somebody else. Besides, there isn't that much kindness to go around nowadays. Nowadays, people aren't kind. People are hateful. Hateful human beings that care nothing but themselves. And I'm a bit guilty of that too. This is my way of giving back to someone who has helped me out, and I want to do what I can too. Not to mention the active commenter shoutouts have somewhat increased. Yeah, we've gotten new people. But like I said already, if you want an active commenter shoutout of your own, my only request is this, that you be active. And if you be active in every video I upload, then you probably will deserve it. That's all there is to it. And last but not least is a real talk, and there's two topics of real talk that I want to discuss. First is Capcom, and their overpricing of their Switch games. Recently, Capcom has announced that 3 Resident Evil games are going to be coming on the Nintendo Switch. And all of this is jarring. Very jarring. Now, the 3 games in question I'm talking about is Resident Evil 0, the HD remake of Resident Evil 1, and Resident Evil 4. Now, if you were to get them elsewhere, like in PS4, Xbox, or PC, you would get them at an affordable price at $20. But the Switch? Oh no, $30. $30 each. And you want to know the worst thing about it? There's going to be a physical copy of Resident Evil. Like Resident Evil 0, Resident Evil 1. Resident Evil 0 will probably be in the cartridge, whereas Resident Evil 1's a download. And I feel that Capcom is taking one step forward, 3 steps back. I mean, what's gotten into Capcom for some reason? Didn't they realize that the Switch is a big success for Nintendo? I mean, a big success, like nonstop. I mean, yeah, the fact that we're going to be getting Pokemon Sword and Shield later this year, that's going to like sell the Switch into the stratosphere. I mean, Capcom did tread their waters with another port of Street Fighter 2. Ultra Street Fighter 2, the final challenges. Good God. And not to mention that the game is alright. My problem is simple. The fact is, I swear, the rest of their modes are utter trash. And now they decide to do this. I think that for some reason, I don't know what the reason is, but the reason may be due to like the Switch tax or something. And yeah, here's the screenshots right here. You see Resident Evil 0, Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil 4, $30 each. Why 30? And I know people are going to buy it regardless, but personally, that's a bad move. And in my honest opinion, I feel the only option I've got is to vote with my wallet. Why would I waste money on that? And I know I may plan to, but yeah, Capcom, this is not how you do business. If you want to get more people interested, you got to set the price a bit lower. Why not just have it $20? It would be a bit easier. It would be a lot easier. But I guess either for whatever reason, Capcom just doesn't see the Switch as profitable. Why do you think the 30th anniversary of the Street Fighter collection that came out for the Switch doesn't have the same advantages? That it does have an exclusive tournament mode, but I feel it's not enough. I feel personally Capcom's just making one big mistake after another. And the second real talk, oh my god, there are no words to describe this. And I need to bring this up because I was originally planning on doing a game. I actually contacted Koei Tecmo to see, and unfortunately, yeah, I got turned down. It's disappointing, yeah, I know, but to me, it's life. And at least they were nice about it. But my bigger issue is the fact the season pass for Dead or Alive 6. What the hell, Koei Tecmo? Serious question. I mean, here's a screenshot if you want evidence. The season pass for Dead or Alive 6? Almost $100. $92.99. And what do you get for that? Let me tell you. 2 new characters, 62 costumes. Here's what I'm going to say. Are you bloody serious? Are you bloody kidding me? Are you kidding me, Koei Tecmo? You expect us to pay this much for all this? You must be out of your damn minds. You gotta be serious here. Who would want to pay $93 or rather $100 for a season pass like that? That's just unacceptable. I mean, I know fighting games do have season passes or whatnot, but many of the other season passes I've seen, they do way better. One example being Street Fighter V. And yes, I'm not gonna lie, I was actually one of the people that actually bought the season passes, all 3 of them. And you know how much they were worth? $30 each. For $30, you get 6 characters, you get their battle costumes, not to mention all their colors by default. For $30. And yeah, you don't have to waste $6.99 each just to get a character or $100,000 in fight money. You just pay $30 and you get it right from the get-go. And when they do come out, you get them automatically. No ifs, ands, or buts. And yes, it was like this for the first season pass, the second season pass, and the third with Street Fighter V Arcade Edition. Which, right now, Street Fighter V Arcade Edition is doing so much better. But what surprised me is that we don't have a Season Pass 4. I don't know why Capcom hasn't done that, but my guess they're not taking a chance. Only time will tell how that one goes. And when the next character comes, I'm covering it. And yeah, it's total $90, but it's $30 each. Nowadays, you can actually get it for a much cheaper price, but yeah, it's better than that. Heck, even Super Smash Bros. Ultimate with their Fighters Pass. For $25, you know what you get? 5 characters, 5 new stages, and tons of new songs. That is a fighting pass done right. And I can't say enough how great that is. And I still need to get it. I mean, Many of the others, even Dragon Ball Fighters with their season pass, they have 2 fighters passes. The first one's $35, but you get 8 characters, and the second one is at $25, but you get 6 characters. Combined, that's like $60. And that's like the full price of a game. And for the full price of the game, you get like a total of 14 characters. All these other season passes do way better than Koei Tecmo's $100 season pass for DOA 6 for 2 characters and 62 costumes. And all I gotta say is this. What are they thinking? I mean, to have a season pass that costs more than the game itself, you know you screwed up. Star Wars Battlefront EA has done that. Battlefront 1 with their $50 pass. And I'm not going to lie, Fire Emblem Echoes with their $45 season pass, their version of the season pass, which I will say, people say that it's not the best, but it gives you a lot, which I will appreciate for what it's worth, but nowadays, it's just wrong. Heck, even Fire Emblem Fates, with their kind of season pass having multiple games, like for $20, you get like an additional campaign, and then there's like all the other individual DLCs that go along with it. That's ridiculous. Koei Tecmo just really had to screw this up horrifically. You know what they should have done instead? Have it be 2 separate. Have one pass be devoted to characters and one pass be devoted to costumes. So that way, they don't have to have people charge $100. It's ludicrous. Absolutely ludicrous. And I only say this because I wish to express my opinion on the matter. And yeah, I asked Koei Tecmo if they can provide me a review code for Dead or Alive 6. Their response was pretty disappointing, was as expected. But I took the rejection rather well. They said that my channel is good for JRPGs. And I'm not gonna lie, I plan on doing more JRPGs on this channel. And I want to do more because, yeah, JRPGs actually do well on my YouTube channel. But fighting games, not so much. Not to mention, due to the huge volume, they didn't accept my request. So I got rejected. I felt disappointed. But honestly, I feel it's for the better. And I don't mean disrespect to them because these guys are great as developers. They know how to deliver when it comes to their games. But their fighting games, I feel that they took way back. I can go on and on talking about this, but I may plan on having a separate video talking about the season pass and how ludicrous it is. How absolutely ludicrous. I do apologize if this update took way too long. Let's just say that I have a lot on my mind. I really do, especially with how my YouTube channel is. You're surprised that I haven't talked about my channel as of yet? The reason being is because, yeah, my momentum's dying and I don't want it to die. And I'm trying my hardest to get new people to come to my Patreon, but no success. I'm thankful for what I have, but it never hurts to have more. But, like I said, my Patreon isn't mandatory, it's optional. But with what's been happening right now on YouTube, with the whole adpocalypse thing, it's like a total nightmare. And I've endured a lot worse stuff. I've been on YouTube for almost 13 years. I haven't even reached the whole famed 100,000 subscriber, or heck, even 50,000. I'm at 35,886. I'm only 100 or so away from reaching 36K. And it's going to take me even longer to reach 40K. This is only just going to make my things a lot harder for me. But will it matter? Not really. I'm going to keep going and brave the storm. And for better or for worse, I may have to start having a plan B. I do apologize if this update got way too long. But yeah, that's going to be it for this. I had a lot on my mind. I got to get to work on rendering stuff. And tomorrow, you guys will be seeing another Smash video and a Rise of the TMNT review. I need a break at least because I'm kind of burned out. I'm kind of burned out from uploading and rendering so much. I need at least a break to do other things. I need to get my mind off a lot of things. So yeah, if you have anything on your mind, feel free to tell me. Feel free to leave your comments below. I will answer to the best of my abilities. That I promise you. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the like button. It really does mean a lot to me. If you would like to support this channel, and if you want, please consider supporting me on Patreon. All it takes is $1 a month. Do not forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and never forget to click that notification bell. Doing it all helps me to my benefit, and it helps all of you. But I'm not one to judge. Believe me, I really am not. This is MegamanNG signing off. Peace out. I need a breather.